This is Midnight Gaming with Nitty
And
the Panda.
Diddy
and the Panda.
Hey, it's Diddy and the Panda.
Diddy and the Panda. We're gonna come up with the sing-dong soon. Hopefully in the next 2 years, because you're gonna be still listening.
Right.
And if you are listening,
we'll have one.
welcome.
Hey.
Just so everybody knows, our sponsors today is your mom's spaghetti. Hopefully it's not on your sweater already. And if it is, better luck next time.
Yeah, just keep looking calm and ready.
And just don't get that vomit on your sweater, you know?
Exactly.
Your mom bought you that sweater. You should wear it and respect it.
It's a good sweater. Looks nice on you.
Bought it from Costco. It's perfect.
We hope you're having a great time. It's midnight. It's almost midnight here.
It'll be midnight by the time that we finish for him.
That's so true. It's gonna be a good one. We actually got a doozy for you tonight. We're gonna talk about user interface or lack thereof, and
or as some people call it, UX, user experience.
Right. UX UI. That's gonna be our big topic. If you're a dev and you just heard Panda over here say UX and UI is the same thing, please don't come after us.
It's
okay?
not the same thing. I'm saying we're talking about similar things. They go hand in hand.
Absolutely. That
the
is
UI
what he said.
is used to help out the UX.
Yes, that is what... See, he knows what he's talking about. So, don't get after us on this one.
Georgia. Off to a rough start today, everybody. It's going to be a debate.
I'm a little sassy.
And one of us is nationally recognized as a debater, and the other one is just stubborn. You can guess who's who.
Yeah. I don't think so. I don't think they could. They probably guess you.
No.
As the stubborn one.
Exactly. There we go.
Just kidding. You're like, that's the truth.
Here's the thing, is I think if I would have actually pursued that,
you'd have been good.
Maybe could have been. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
We're not going to go about in the past. We're going to go in the future.
No, we got a whole episode on our past.
Well, we're going to talk about the past, but not our past.
But no, yeah, I think UX UI, it's very important. UX is more broad, right? So how do you experience the game? How did the devs set it up so that you have a cohesive experience? And then the UI are the parts of it, right? Like so someone who doesn't know what UI UX is, I think we should
absolutely. And we're going to talk about it in not like the technicality terms are this, and this. We're not going to go technical on you. We're just going to lay it out
try
where
not to.
The user experience is this broad scope of things, whereas the UI, we're going to talk about very specific details.
Right. They're individual components of the experience that, either help or harm the overall project.
And again, everybody, we are not designers of video games. As much as we'd love to be, we're not. So we don't have the technical abilities to create these experiences.
Right.
But we do play a whole lot of video games.
And I'm a graphic designer, so I know a little bit of you. Like, I've built websites and stuff like that, so I understand UI in the sense of, like...
He does. I don't.
That's why, like, it's going to be hard for me not to get technical.
That's why
because of the fact that, like...
Us laymen are going to stick together.
Yeah.
But like, again, we both have our skill sets. If we were to do video game design, he'd design, I would write, and we'd create together.
Totally.
Well, on that note, so obviously we want your feedback. So if you're listening out there and you see that you make a comment, make comments, because we want that feedback. We want to talk with you. That we're not going to be able to talk with you live at this point, maybe in the future.
That'd be cool.
But we want to hear what you want to hear about. So if this is the worst topic you've ever heard and you're like, ugh, tell us what you want to hear about.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're going to have to deal with what we got. We got a lot left.
We're never not going to have anything.
Right, as long as they keep making video games. But
which it seems like they are.
I think they will too. But like, just to go back to the topic on hand, why do you what pieces of UI do you enjoy in a video game?
You asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you. Sorry.
Who are you asking?
I spoke that out into the ether, even though I was asking you.
Hello, universe.
Yeah.
Please answer this question.
I mean, also the listeners, yeah, like let me know what your favorite things of UI are. If you're
Like we said,
weird like me,
Diddy is going to be the developers, and Panda is going to be us gamers. So,
oh, do not. Oh, you do want to fight today.
It's debate time. Let's debate.
Oh, you do want to fight
This is a
today.
new segment where
Okay.
this is a new segment we're bringing up is debate.
It's called End of Friendships.
The beginning of a new one. So really though, we can get off topic as everybody knows, but I'd say what's most important for me is it a cohesive experience? Is my user experience, my user interface, or whatever we want to call it, is my menus, are they easy to get through? Is it easy for me to find what I need to find? But on top of that, if it's not, does it make it so I'm experiencing a cohesive game?
Right.
Does it take away from the experience, or does it give to the experience? And that's really what it gets down to.
No, that's great. I totally agree. I've got little more like nitpicky things that I like to see.
Yeah.
For example, like the way that Dark Souls has had their on-screen user interfaces, in the sense of like the up, down, left, right, the directional pad on the bottom left of your thing, and then on the right side of your screen you have your, what is it on the right side of the screen?
I think it's the compass, isn't it?
Is that the compass?
I don't think there's anything on the right side of the screen anymore.
Okay. Oh, top right is your map.
Top and the top left is your health and mana.
Right. Top left is health and stamina and magic. Bottom left is going to be that, and it's great. I think it's a little too much on the screen, personally.
Yeah, but
I think they
even
can
like
shrink it down a wee bit.
Okay. See, and it's kind of like Breath of the Wild or other open world games, for Elden Ring at least, where it has I like this, where you're exploring and you're having a good time seeing the world and being a tourist. It goes away. But when you're in combat, it shows up. I like that.
That is true. That is true. That I do like that too, actually. That's a really good compromise of, hey, we want it to be there when it's needed, but when you're exploring and taking in the world, we are actively turning it off so that you can be part of the world. Because it definitely is an immersion breaker when it doesn't leave, like when it's still open on your screen.
When there's just too much on your screen.
Exactly.
So I think that's the kind of experience that I appreciate the most, is one that lets me explore when I want to explore and fight when I want to fight. Whereas I'm going to use Breath of the Wild multiple times because that's one of my favorite. You can turn that off, where you can't see your health, where you can't see your user interface, and it's just open world. There's very little on the screen. I love that. In some games, that's considered a hard mode because, it makes it harder to play. You don't know what your health is at any given moment. And some games will tell you, this is going to make the game harder. Are you okay with that? Yeah. And I like that minimalist look to where I can explore the world and take a screenshot at any time without there being what weapon am I using and how much health do I have? And that ruins a picture.
No, totally. I think it also, like with streaming and stuff like that too, it gives you a much better, as a viewer, like if you're a person who doesn't play a lot of video games, but you watch a lot of video games, that's going to affect your viewership as well. And in a way, you're now a user. Like, even though you're not the one who bought the video game
what
and
is
are
that
playing
called?
it,
You're living vicariously?
Yeah, kind of. You're watching someone play a video game that they bought. And it's like you are now part of that experience as well. Like you have valid feedback for the game developers that they need to be, like, that's why Twitch gets so much money from game devs. Because they're getting valuable information back.
Well, and essentially they're getting free marketing.
Well, there's that too.
Let's be honest, that's really what it is.
Yeah, that's true. I think they could do better with using what people like. For example, like we talked about it last episode, but it does touch into this episode as well, is that UI update for Elden Ring. Or like the quality of life update, really.
Huge.
Where it's like, the people needed it and the community heard, or the community spoke, the devs heard, they came back. They brought something new.
Exactly. I mean, we got the little icons of the map, and they added extra directions at the beginning of the game and places to go. Right. Whereas we have, how many times have we been burnt by games that are just like, nah, we don't care. We're not listening to you. We're the developers. This is our piece of art.
Right.
Like, no. In the video game realm, sure, it is your video game, but you're never going to sell a video game again if you don't listen to your fans.
Right. They start acting more like movie directors, where they're like, well, no, this is my artistic vision. You can't. And it's like, okay, for a movie director, I get it. You can say that, like, oh, like, I produced this movie with this kind of a take. If you don't like it, like, sorry. A lot of indie films will do that too, but you're a AAA developer, right? Like CD Projekt Red, for example, with Cyberpunk. Granted,
Yep.
like, the UI, like, the way it looks, the way it plays, so cool now, but the game-breaking crashes and glitches is going to be part of that experience too.
I don't know if you've ever seen what original Destiny 1, OG Destiny, the user interface looked like before they did their like huge change to it.
Rehaul? No.
It was nasty looking.
Gotcha. Did it look anything like Forspoken?
No. It just didn't look good. It just didn't look good. It wasn't like hard to get. I didn't even play in that era, but when I saw pictures of like a before and after, it was like home improvement kind of cred. Like before and after, it was just a big deal. And that's a big deal, is that if you're, that one's a little easier to compare because you have the games as a service that continuously change.
Right. But I feel like a lot of games as a service, I mean, I don't play that many, but I feel like a lot of the ones that I've noticed, like their menu screens, a lot like they, for example, like Call of Duty, right? Like Warzone and stuff like that. What they'll do is they'll change the loading screen, and they'll maybe change like some of the loadout screens to make it part of the new season. Fortnite did that all the time. But
yeah,
Fortnite now, with like all the partnerships and brand deals that they have, they're doing some really cool stuff that, like, I don't play Fortnite, but I do love being able to like see someone as Goku flying through a map
versus the Ghost of Sparta.
Yeah, like, it's just really cool to see. And then like, and I think, like, speaking of like user interface, Fortnite had a really good one for their build mechanics. Like, their build mechanic was smooth, man. The stuff that I've seen some of these kids do with the speed of build, shoot, break, dodge, roll through.
It's scary how good they are.
It's amazing. But the thing is, it's that good because
cohesive experience.
Right. One, it's the
cohesion.
But it's like, it's not only the cohesion, but they also have the ability to change the loadout and stuff like that. Like, if you find out that you're faster at clicking it this way, right, you can switch that around. Button mapping. Thank you.
Button mapping, y'all. Button mapping.
That could be a whole episode on itself, because that does have a lot. So some games don't let you button map. Some games are just like, these are the buttons, you're going to deal with it. Like Hogwarts Legacy.
Elden Ring lets you do all of it.
Everything. Yeah. I mean, like, we're playing Hogwarts Legacy right now. I'm pretty sure there's no button mapping.
No, because they designed it a certain way.
Right. There's like accessibility things where you can like switch it like lefty mode. I played that for a second. I'm not a lefty gamer. I'm lefty everything else in my life. I'm a righty gamer.
Yeah, see, I am right in sports and video games, and I'm left in writing and eating.
Oh, that's so crazy.
It's weird. Call it ambidextrous if you want.
Right, but it's really not.
It's just messed up. I'm just messed up.
You're just broken, buddy.
But broken in my own way.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, and so I think that brings up the topic of what does a really terrible experience look like? And one developer for me that comes to mind is Ubisoft.
Okay.
It is a whole cataclysmic event to look at some of their screens.
Right.
I remember when Elden Ring came out, a lot of people were like, oh, there's just not enough on the screen. Like, how do you know where to go? Like, that's from software. That's how they did it. It's great. That's what I'm used to. And they're like, here's how I would change it. And like, people would make fun of them, saying like it was Guerrilla Games and Ubisoft who complained. and they're like, the entire screen was like full of stuff. Like, here's 14 dots for your quests. Here's this thing in the corner. Here's the thing in this corner. Here's your hovering thing, and then here's your cursor. And it's a mess. And so I remember playing Far Cry 5, and it's just like at any given point, there's just too much on your screen.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes away from the experience.
Totally. Yeah. I mean, even Assassin's Creed, one of my favorite games, that menu is a lot. There's a lot going on in the menu. There's like there's all this like technology in the background of the menus too, and you're like, dude, there's so much noise. You could just go black screen with like smoke billowing through. Like, you could do something light and simple. Like, you don't have to make it look like I'm in the Matrix every time I load into a menu.
Exactly. Or like have to shuffle through 15 different boards to get to it. Neo has way too many boards. Like, it's so cool how much you can get and how much in depth some of those skill trees are. Yeah, but it is a lot.
It's way too much,
and it's not an easy way to manage it.
Yeah, you know, one thing I'll say about Hogwarts Legacy actually, because it's like at the forefront of the mind. I really like how they have a different menu if you press the middle pad on your controller.
Certain different buttons.
Versus if you press start. If you press start, it opens up your field guide.
Yeah, and you can and then if you press another button, it's just like a list of items. It's really cool.
It's really nice that they give you faster ways to get to places depending on where you are in the menu. Like, that is... It's awesome. Menus need to be designed like that moving forward. It's so cool. And how easy is that?
Mm-hmm.
It's
small fixes. And speaking of which, this is going to be
4 screens.
This is going to be an outtake for everybody. But we were wrong. This is our public service announcement that we were wrong about Hogwarts Legacy. It is fantastic.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
we love it. And we are so happy that they proved us wrong.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not the greatest game of all time. But it is the greatest Harry Potter game ever made.
It makes me feel like a kid again.
And it's just like, it has that nostalgia and that feeling in. It may not be everybody's cup of tea. It's almost kind of like a shooter, a little bit. Like when you use your regular spells, it's good. It's good.
It's really good.
And we suggest buying it.
Yeah, you should buy it. It's really good.
Okay. Since Hogwarts Legacy, yes, those user interfaces.
Also, we do have to talk about something we forgot on the last pod.
We're gonna finish with that.
We'll finish with that. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Because we want to get through the rest of it. Because what we want to talk about is we talk about terrible experiences. We don't love the Ubisoft experience. Not just Ubisoft. Like, they still do things right. That's fine. And then Call of Duty, a user experience that I think is terrible is it's money grab. Like, you're getting spammed by this
ads.
battle pass, buy this gun.
It's ads.
I paid $70 to $80 for this freaking game plus whatever you paid for a battle, but just get out of my face.
Right.
I mean, even Diablo 4 is going to have a freaking battle pass, and it's a $70 game.
Right.
It's just cosmetic, and that's great.
Thank goodness for that.
Which is awesome. Like, if I want the cosmetic, I'm going to buy them.
Right.
But still, I mean, come on, people. If you're going to spend $70 to $80 to $100, give it to me for free.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. I think Diablo fans, too, would, if they did a definitive edition or something like that, where you got everything, but you paid like $100.
Actually, you
Hardcore Diablo fans would 100%.
So $70 for the game. I think it's $80 for or $80 or $90 for the pass, and then $100 or $120.
But that's only
25
one
tier skip. 25 tier skip.
Okay, but that's only one season pass technically, right?
Correct.
No,
but it's for 3 months. But it's for 3 months.
No, I'm talking about like, if you pay $100 on launch, you've got it for life.
So Destiny does something kind of like that. They let you have it for the entire year of the expansion until the next expansion. So if you get like the deluxe edition, it gives you the next 3 or 4 seasons.
Right. And it's probably like $120? And I've paid it. Yeah.
I've paid it.
You're not alone.
Well, and they sweeten the pot with this one too, where they're giving you like so many exotics and exotic craftable materials every season.
Nice.
For that price, and it's like, okay, yeah, it's not a pay to win, but it kind of is.
Right, yeah.
which is fine. Whatever. Okay, user experience though. That's part of it. We just
No, it totally is.
We want to feel taken care of. That's what it comes down to.
Right.
And there's just some small small things that developers do that make the games better. Here's one for me. Ghost of Tsushima.
That wind?
You can swipe the wind, you can swipe and it'll tell you where to go, but then other than that, you go wherever you want. It is so good. And then like but like this is something small that really means something to me, where they use the swipe on the PlayStation. You swipe one way, you play a flute. Swipe another way and you put your sword away. That is just like, do we need that? No.
Did I use it a lot,
freaking
though?
Amazing. You swipe up and you call your horrors. You swipe down and you bow to people. I mean, it's those small things that make a game memorable to me.
Right. No, I totally agree. I forgot about that, but that does.
Like Hogwarts Legacy, you can pet every cat that you see.
Right.
And I do it.
Same.
You
get a little bit of experience, but I'm like, that's a nice little.
I didn't even know that. I didn't know you get experience. I just love petting the cats.
20 points of experience. Like,
I'm not
nothing.
even a cat guy.
Same. I also do it because Miso will like anytime a cat meows on the TV, he'll like jump up from his sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So it's great. Like, dude. Oh, speaking of cats with great UX UI, Stray.
I didn't play it.
Oh yeah. Okay. Stray it's free now. You can play it now. But Stray was so smooth. It was beautiful to walk through. Like, they did UX in a way I've never seen before. It was so like minimalistic. Mm-hmm. There's no menu. There's nothing, dude. You're just a cat. You don't have inventory. Awesome. You know, like there's no really inventory management. There's no items that you can grab, really. It's just conversations, parkouring kind of thing. Like, just, it was so nice.
Yep. I think that it just comes down to, this is one that I'm surprised you didn't bring up yet. The Spidey app in Spider-Man games.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that one. That one's so cool.
It's just simple. It's a task log for quests, but it's like this app that they introduce as an actual item in-game.
Yeah, there's people along with it. Like,
it's also fresh in our minds. Hogwarts Legacy, your map is like this field guide, like the Marauders map.
Yep.
Freaking dope.
And then like you get new missions. It's an owl. Like you get owl post.
Don't spoil it for me.
You haven't gotten another mission?
No, I didn't finish. I just barely finished Hogsmeade, you dinkus.
You should have gotten letters.
I haven't gotten any letters yet.
Okay, listen to me. When you finish a mission, don't immediately open.
Spoilers, everybody. Hashtag spoilers.
No, this is not even a spoiler.
Diddy spoiling.
How is that a spoiler?
And this is another debate session.
I'm so mad. Anyways, just a tip from Diddy. When you finish a mission in Hogwarts Legacy, don't open your map immediately. Because what it does is, any new missions you get, it will skip the little like cutscene almost that they have. It's not a cutscene, it's just like it's like side dialogue that happens.
Yeah.
They skip that and you can only read your new mission. Whereas usually when you're done with a mission, you'll get post, basically. That's what it is. Like you get owl mail and you'll hear. Like, remember those letters in Harry Potter that would talk to you?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what it's so cute, but you don't get to see it, but you hear it.
Part of that user experience too is that I know that the little disappointing about it is that you can't talk to a lot of the NPCs.
Right.
And that's fine. There's a lot of talking in it.
But the NPCs
there's side conversation. One of the NPCs was getting yelled at by his mom saying, "Why didn't you pass your test?"
Nice. I did not see that one.
Well, it's because we're in different houses, so it's different experiences.
Oh, yeah. Wait, what house are you?
Gryffindor.
Nice. I did Slytherin.
You sicko.
I was
the
gonna
number one house right now.
I was gonna go Hufflepuff because I was gonna go full evil this playthrough, and I just thought it'd be like really fun to just be like the most evil.
My sister-in-law's
Hufflepuff.
like, "I'm gonna be a dark wizard." I'm like, "I'm gonna stop you."
What? I'm gonna be a dark wizard. I am a dark wizard.
You will die. You're gonna die.
You're not gonna learn any of the curses?
I didn't say. Hey, what was it that Albus Dumbledore said? He said, "The greater means for humanity." He did. It was a quote. I don't remember what it was. It was for the greater good.
Don't tickle the sleeping dragon.
Oh my gosh, we've awakened a slumbering dragon, a sleeping giant. Well, no, we're not talking about World War II.
No, that's part of Harry Potter. Don't tickle
No, I
the
don't.
sleeping
No,
dragon.
there's a quote where it's for the greater good, and it's like, yes, I'm gonna learn those spells for the greater good,
Right.
and I'm probably gonna use them, but I'm not gonna use them all the time.
Guys are so dope.
I gotta cut it.
Harry
Potter. Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
We love games, y'all.
We do.
We'll talk
I
about
think
them.
at the end of the day, it's about being consistent, right? You can have one really good piece of UI in your game, but if everything else is bad, we're not going to think about that piece of UI. The reason that we talk about Ghost of Tsushima so much is because of the consistency. The reason we talk about Elden Ring so much is because everything was good. Same thing with Breath of the Wild. We're probably, come April, going to be creaming all over Tears of the Kingdom.
May 5th, May 12th.
May
12th.
Dude, I'm going to be in Aruba.
Yaruba.
Oh, I could play it on the flight there.
Yeah, why not? Pick it up.
Yeah, it comes out like a couple days before. I'll just pick it up, play it on the flight.
How long are you in Aruba for?
4 days.
Oh, okay. Not that long.
Yeah, it'd be weird to just be like, sorry guys, I'm not hanging out. I'm playing Breath of the Wild. I'm playing Zelda. Or just be at the beach. Be at the beach with my Switch.
Yeah, you're gonna be sitting like on a boat, just
yeah,
playing it, y'all.
Got a private
it's gonna
island.
be so good. I don't think there's anything too big coming up between there that we're gonna get.
No, I don't think so. I think this game is gonna keep me for a really long time. I'm 50% through.
I am 2 hours in.
Yeah, I looked at my challenge log and it's at 50%. And I'm
yeah,
like,
but you have to go back and beat Fire Emblem and Pokemon as well. You could go back and beat those if you wanted to.
right. I'm gonna play
I've got a lot of games to go
Stardew
back
Valley.
and beat. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and beat Pokemon. You know what? Let's talk about the topic before we get off topic.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah,
said
yeah.
we did talk about it last time.
Oh yeah, what were the live actions that we forgot 2 live actions from the last we talked about cartoons.
Freaking amazing. So
Right,
this one, we were like slapping ourselves and
I
hitting
could
ourselves in the
not
head.
believe that we forgot it. Arcane.
And so forget us
Yeah.
and forgive us. Arcane is freaking amazing, everybody.
You
Watch
actually
that
recommended me to watch that.
Yeah.
It was
And I
so
don't
good.
usually watch animated stuff like that, and
Gosh, it's so good.
And I'm an anime nut. So the one that I'm going to
And
now bring up is Edge Runners.
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk Edge Runners is so good, dude. It's very cyberpunk. It's like there's nudity and violence and gore and all that crazy stuff. But I cried twice and I'm only like 7 episodes in.
Dude, the way my hands are sitting right now, looks like it would be a really cool helmet or mask.
Yeah, it looks like MF Doom.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Well,
Don't do
everybody,
that.
we're sorry we forgot those things. Please forgive us.
Right. Yeah.
But tell us about your user experiences. What are some games that you love, some games that you hate, and some games that you kind of wish you would try? And we're happy to make suggestions. We play indies, we play AAAs, we play cruddy games, we play stupid games, we replay games. And we'd be happy to play games
dude,
forever.
right now, like in the next 2 months, we need cheap games to play. So if there's an old game that you know that's on like PlayStation, Nintendo, Xbox, let us know because we need games to play.
Well, also, if there's a game you want to see us play and fail horribly at, because both of us are semi-okay gamers,
Mid at best.
request it. Watch us play Bloodborne together, and we'll record the audio and everything.
Dude, that should be our first Twitch stream.
Okay, you request it, and we will come.
We'll make
You
a Twitch
request it, and
account.
we will come. So that's it for tonight. We are Diddy and the Panda, and this is Midnight Gaming with Diddy
With
and
Diddy
the
and
Panda.
the Panda.
Diddy,
It's Midnight
Diddy,
Gaming with Diddy and the Panda.
Diddy,
Midnight
Panda,
Gaming
Panda, Panda,
with Diddy
Panda.
and the Panda.
Okay, everybody, we're
Midnight
going to go to bed
Gaming.
now.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
See you later.
Peace.
Bye.
I'm going to play Hogwarts Legacy till 3 o'clock in the morning again.
And I'm going to play Hogwarts Legacy, and then Fire Emblem.
Really?
Bye. Yeah, really.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, bye.